Morning, everybody. This is Joe again. I'm having my morning coffee. I just wanted to share one topic with you that, well, it's kind of personal and it's kind of a difficult topic. And that is a loved one that has dementia. Okay. All right. My father, he thought that going to Afghanistan and convincing them to build spas, and that way they wouldn't have to, be in a war, right? So he packed his stuff up and ordered a taxi and was sitting outside, and, well, we had to commit him. That was a big, big problem. All right. The good thing that came out of it was Dad and I didn't get along very well. And I was the only one out of the 8 of us that, he wanted anything to do with, because the sisters plotted to put him in there, right? Well, anyway. Needless to say, we made our peace. That's the most important thing. I am so glad we did that, because I would be so guilty right now if we wouldn't have done that, all right? Well, anyway, so things played out, and, he accepted the family back and all that stuff. So, anyway, we were able to love him before, he passed away. Right now, my father-in-law, he's got dementia. Okay, so he lost all of his retirement and savings and everything to those damn scammers. He even borrowed for family members. He fell for those scams. So right now he's living with us because it's too soon to put him in a home. I mean, if we put him in a home, he'd be dead right now, right? Now, my father-in-law was the most wisest person I've ever known. Very generous, always helped people out. I mean, really nice man, right? Okay, so no problem. He's going to live with us till it's, so long as he had no harm to himself or others, no problem. He can stay with us. We had to put a little tracking watch on him. It's $45 a month for the, subscription for it, but it's well worth it, because one time he did get lost when he was out on his walk. He walks 2 blocks a day, which that's pretty good for an 88-year-old man, isn't it? Well, anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's tough, caretaking, being a caretaker, because they turn into a kid. They turn into a child. And it's kind of rough, and they'll get on your nerves with the things that they get fixated on. But, hang in there. If you've got other relatives that can help, come over and, give you some, a nice little break from it, where you could go, do something for yourself or whatever. That's very important. That's the time when they're still on the side of reality, that, you make your peace with them if you had a problem. Because, usually the person that boo-hoos the loudest at the funeral is usually the person that didn't get along with the person, right? Okay? All right, as we get older, we need to put together something on paper, something that if we end up that way, that it would guide them on what our wishes are and when, and that we would understand if they can't care for us, that we would have to go to a home. Get a lawyer to notarize it, and, it might have something with, that, the time that power of attorney and, whether they can take, being in control of your health care and all that other stuff, that when that kicks in, that maybe you have to get, 2 doctors to sign off on it. Talk to an attorney about it, see what's the best way to do it. You know, because, you know, we got to plan for that. Because, I mean, we don't want to be a burden on people, you know, beyond what they can handle. But also, you know, our loved one, right? There were many times that we got on their nerves. We were a child and, you know, middle of the night, crying, diapers, hungry, scared, whatever. You know, we created a lot of problems for them when we were young. You know, that was just a part of growing up. So, anywho, that's just something to kind of think about and, you know, something to kind of discuss with them too. You know, kind of let them know that, hey, if this happens to me, this is what I want you to do. And, you know, tell them that, yes, I do have a document, but, you know, there's certain conditions or whatever, you know, in case, you know, you have some child that, I mean, some relatives that, you know, just wants money and stuff like that, and that way you're protected. That's why I need to get an attorney involved with it. All right, well, y'all have a good day, and also be sure to like and subscribe, and please comment. I'm open to comments, and y'all have a good day.